morning, children. In the previous class, we have studied about parasites. Now, in today's class, we will discuss about insectivorous plants. I think you heard about insectivorous plants. These are commonly called as insect-eating plants. Insectivorous plants are the plants which obtain nutrients by trapping and digesting insects. These are the plants which obtain nutrients by trapping. Trapping means catching insects and digesting insects. Insectivorous plants are the plants which obtain nutrients or food by trapping and digesting insects. These are also photosynthetic plants. They can prepare their own food with the help of photosynthesis. But they grow in nitrogen deficient soil or in marshy places. That's why in order to get nitrogen, they will eat insects. They will digest the insect and they will obtain the nutrient that is in the form of nitrogen. These insectivorous plants are also called as carnivorous plants. They are also called as partially heterotrophs. They are also called as partially heterotrophs and carnivorous plants. There are different examples for insectivorous plants. Very good example, that is pitcher plant. That is also called as Nepenthes. Another one example, Drosera. Next one example, Venus flytrap. These are the important examples for insectivorous plants. First, in detail we have to discuss about the pitcher plant. In this pitcher plant, part of a leaf is modified into pouch-like structure or jug-like structure that is called as pitcher. In insectivorous plant or mainly in pitcher plant or in Nepenthes, the part of a leaf is modified into jug-like structure or pouch-like structure that is called as pitcher. And leaf tip is modified into lid. Tip of the leaf is modified into lid. Inside this pitcher, there will be a hairs. Hairs help to entangle the or trap the insect that enters inside the pouch. When the insect enters into the pouch, the hairs present in the pitcher, they will entangle and that will be trapped inside the pitcher. When the insect enters into the pitcher, then lid will close. Insects are digested in the pitcher by the digestive juice secreted by the pitcher cells. Inside this pitcher, you will come across cells. They will secrete digestive juice. With the help of this digestive juice, pitcher insects are digested. From the digested insect, these pitcher plants obtain nitrogen nutrients. They absorb nitrogen nutrients. Like this pitcher plant will digest and trap the insect. This is a very good example for insectivorous plants. This is example for heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Next, we have to go for another type of heterotrophic mode of nutrition, that is sacrotrophic nutrition. Before going to discuss about sacrotrophic nutrition, we have to discuss about what are saprotrophs. Saprotrophs are the organisms which obtain nutrients by dead and decaying matter. They feed on dead and decaying matter and they obtain nutrients. Saprotrophs are the organisms which obtain nutrients from dead and decaying matter. Examples for saprotrophs are fungi, mushroom. All these are the example for, you will come across mushroom in our surrounding, and fungi, that is example, that yeast, bread mold, they are example for fungi. In that type of organisms, you will come across saprotrophic type of nutrition. Saprotrophs means the organisms which obtain nutrients from dead and decaying matter. That mode of nutrition is called as saprotrophic nutrition. Saprotrophic nutrition is a mode of nutrition in which organisms obtain nutrients by dead and decaying matter. I will give a simple example for these saprotrophs. You keep a small bread piece in a moist place of about 2 to 3 days. Afterwards, you observe the bread piece. You will come across grey color patches on the bread piece. That is nothing but the development of fungus. They are called bread mold. They are having spores. They will be in the air. They will germinate under favorable condition. And if you keep leather shoes or cloths in a moist place for 2 to 3 days without using, then there on that cloth, on that leather shoe also you will come across patches, white and greyish patches. That is nothing but fungi. These are examples for saprotrophs. These organisms feed on dead and decaying matter. They will obtain the nutrients from those dead and decaying matter. Next, we will discuss about another mode of nutrition, that is symbiosis. Symbiosis, it is also called as mutualism. Symbiosis, or it is also called as mutualism. What is the meaning of this symbiosis or mutualism? The organisms live together and share both shelter and nutrients. Symbiosis means the organism which live together and they share both shelter and nutrient. Both organisms are mutually benefited. So, it is called as mutualism. Both organisms are mutually helpful. They are helping each other by giving nutrients or shelter or anything. They are mutually benefited. That's why this type of nutrition is called as mutualism, or it is called as symbiosis. The organisms live together and share both shelter and nutrient. This relationship is called symbiosis. Very good example for this relationship is, an example for symbiosis is lichen. Then what is lichen? Lichen is a combination of algae and fungi. In one organism, you will come across both algae and fungi. And you know about algae. Algae, they can prepare their own food. They are having chlorophyll. They are prepare their own food with the help of photosynthesis. But fungi, they will not prepare their own food. They obtain nutrients from dead and decaying matter. This fungi will provide water and mineral for the algae to prepare food, and they obtain food from algae. Like this, both organisms, here algae prepare food and that will be given to fungi, and fungi will supply water and mineral for the preparation of food. Like this, here both organisms are mutually benefited. Another one example I told in the last class about the Nizobium Bacteria. It is a soil bacteria usually present in the root nodules of leguminous plants. For example, you consider this is a root of the leguminous plant. In the root, you will come across small nodes. That in that you will come across these Rhizobium bacteria take shelter. In the root nodules of leguminous plants, these Rhizobium bacteria take shelter. This Rhizobium bacteria help to convert gaseous nitrogen into usable forms of nitrogen. For the use of nitrogen for the plants cannot use gaseous nitrogen directly. That's why this Rhizobium bacteria converts gaseous nitrogen into usable forms of nitrogen, and thereby it fixes nitrogen to the soil. It helps in nitrogen fixation. Example for leguminous plants are dal plant, gram plant, pea, moong and beans. These are the examples for leguminous plants. These leguminous plants, they will give shelter and food for Rhizobium bacteria. And this Rhizobium bacteria, what it will do? It will help in the fixation of nitrogen, thereby it will provide nitrogen for the synthesis of other nutrient. Thereby Rhizobium bacteria as well as leguminous plant both are mutually benefited. Here also you will come across a symbiotic relationship. Okay, this is about the nutrition in plants. We have discussed about all autotrophic nutrition and different modes of heterotrophic nutrition. This completes your first lesson, that is nutrition in plants. In the next class, we will discuss about next lesson. If you have any doubt on this chapter, first chapter, nutrition in plants, you can ask. Thank you.